Hi there, this is Ruth from Holistic Yoga. Welcome to Family Yoga for Polbeth Community Hub. So this week I decided to do some yoga for bedtime. So I'm aiming to give you a little sequence that might help all of you be a little bit sleepier. So I know my children certainly have had some issues sleeping just because the routine is very different or non-existent at the moment with everyone being in lockdown. So this might be a nice thing to do at bedtime if you're feeling a little bit agitated and can't settle. I hope it's useful. So today you're going to start standing. So usually in a yoga practice you start seated and you kind of get up to do all your active stuff and then you relax at the end. So we're going to just do the coming down part. We're going to start standing, do a little bit of shaking out all that excess energy, and then we're going to aim to come down and have a really quiet end to the practice. So I want you to come to standing. You don't need anything particular for this practice. You don't even need a mat if you don't have one. Your carpet will do fine. A hard surface, not so great. But if you have a carpet, a rug, that's fine. If you have a mat, perfect. Okay, so we're going to start by just being a little bit crazy. So sometimes we have a lot of nervous energy. You're maybe a bit frustrated because you can't be outside and you can't see your friends and you can't do what you want to do. So we're going to try and get rid of all of that. So I want you to just jump around, okay? So you can really move any way you want. Now always, before we start a practice, we're always checking the room, making sure that we are safe. There's nothing you're going to bash into. So really shake. Make circles with your arms, jump around, you can go side to side. There's really no rules to this bit. And then stop jumping and just shake. Shake everything. Any way you want to. You can shake all the way down, you can come up to standing, go back down again. Okay. And then have a lovely big stretch up. So I want you to really try to reach the ceiling, okay? Reach up with the fingertips, but keep your shoulders down. And then maybe reach one side, and then reach the other side. Go again, reach the first side, and then the other side. Good. Now this time, big breath in and reach up. And as you breathe out, we're going to do a big huff. So you go like this. Inhale to come back up. We're going to do two more like that. So reach, breathe in, and then breathe out, huff. Last one. This is you getting rid of all of your silliness, all of your energy. Last one. Good. And this time I want you to stay down there. So imagine you've been like a crazy robot who's been jumping around and all your gone a bit wrong, your wiring went wrong, and now somebody has switched you off or taken out your batteries and you've just gone all floppy. So let the backs of the hands rest on the floor. I'm just going to turn so you can see me. Bending your knees and just be super floppy after all that craziness. Maybe sigh. You can sway a little bit if you want to. You might want to hold on to your elbows and let the weight of your arms draw you down. And I want you to think about your neck. So the neck and the shoulders tend to get tense. So nod your head yes, shake your head no, and then one more sigh. Good. Now from here, you're going to walk the hands forward a little bit and then walk the feet back, and we're going to find our downward dog position, not for very long. Bend the knees, nice long spine, so you want to really send your hips back. Good. Maybe wag your tail, and then slowly pop your knees down on the floor for a couple of cat-cows. So we're really starting to slow down now. So once you're down here, making sure your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. Breathe in, look up. Remember that bowl of cornflakes on your lower back. Fill it with cornflakes and then lift your belly, round your back and spill the cornflakes. Chin on your chest. Breathe in, fill up the bowl. Breathe out, spill them out. Breathe out, spill them out. Okay. Cornflakes everywhere. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. And imagine that frightened cat in a cartoon. Good. Now come to tabletop position, nice flat back, and again wagging your tail like you do in downward facing dog, hips one side and then the other. Now we're going to come to rock pose. So from your cat position, from your all fours position, sit your hips back on your heels, sweep the arms by the sides with the palms up, the backs of the hands rest on the floor, and then pop your forehead on the mat. So this is a lovely relaxing pose. So really think about letting your shoulders go here. We want the shoulders rounding down towards the mat, relaxing the face. Hips back towards the heels. Now you may want to even pause this video and have a couple of minutes in this pose if it feels nice. I'm just going to take a couple of breaths here. It's a nice opportunity to breathe into the back of your body here. So feeling the back of the rib cage all expanding and bigger, and then relaxing down. Make sure your hands are relaxed here. You might even want to wiggle the fingers a little bit and then let them go. Good. Now, bring the hands just close to your face. Place them either side of your head, palms down, and slowly lift the head. So we're going to come round to sitting with our legs crossed in a basket, easy pose. So it doesn't really matter how you get there. Just take your time. Try not to waken yourself too much. And you're going to take one hand onto the floor beside your hips, a wee bit away from your body, and reach the other arm up. So imagine you're trying to get to the ceiling. So we want nice length down the side of your body, just like we did at the start. Can you reach up? And then see if you can lean over a little bit. Good. Bring that hand, that top hand, all the way down to the floor. We're going to do the other side. Reach up first, looking for fingertips to the ceiling. How big can you be? And then ease over. Good. Up you come. And then put the hands behind you and arch your back. Lift your chest up. Now you can keep the chin on the chest, or if your neck feels okay, you can look up. Good. And then I want you to walk your hands forward. Don't worry about making a particular shape here, just try and relax forward. Now, if you've got quite a tight hips, you may be away up here, that's okay. Just come to where you can and then let the head relax. You might even want to have a little sway side to side. And then walk the hands back and sit back up. Now, think for a minute, whichever way your legs are crossed, so my left leg is in front, I'm going to swap them over so the other leg's in front. We tend to always do things like this the same way, so you'll have patterns in the body. So it's nice to mix it up. It's good for your brain. So take the hands behind you, little back bends again, arching the back, lifting the chest. And then up you come, walk the hands forward. Again, don't worry about how far you can go. Make sure those sitting bones are still on the floor and just let everything rest forward. Good, walking the hands back. One more thing to do. So you're going to bring the soles of the feet together in front of you. Now, depending on your body, they might be quite far away, or you might be able to bring them quite close. I want you to just do whatever feels right today, okay? So if you want to bring them close and really stretch out your hips, that's great. Or if you want to be quite relaxed about it, you can keep them quite far away from you. So you've got a diamond shape between your legs. That's up to you, okay? Once you get comfortable, you're going to open your feet like a little book and give your feet a little massage. Now, if you're with your mum or your dad or whoever looks after you, you might even want to give their feet a wee massage. That's up to you. Just remember, no tickling. We're trying to be sleepy, so don't tickle one another. Alright, so give those feet a nice little massage. It's a nice way to give your body a little bit of attention. Okay. Good. And then holding on to your ankles, you're going to press with your elbows, press the knees out and have a little lean forward. Let the head rest down. Now if you chose to keep the feet away from your body, if that feels better for you, just let the hands rest on the floor and ease your way down. Take a couple of breaths there. So always checking in, noticing how you feel. You can adjust anything if you want to. But we're just looking to release any tension in the body. So getting from that high energy, busy, lots going on in my brain and my body, that situation you've been in during the day, to a nice quiet, calm place where you're going to be ready to go to bed and rest. Forward folds are great for that. They tell your nervous system that it can slow down. So when you're ready, gently sit yourself up. Take your time, there's no rush. And you're going to come to cross-legged, just like we were a minute ago. Okay, so easy pose. So I'm going to go and get Gregor, my son, and we're going to show you a couple of nice restful partner poses that you can do before bed. And then we'll do a nice relaxation as well. So I will be back in a moment. So our first partner pose today is cat pose. So you know how we do cat cow on all fours and we arch the back to really stretch out the shoulders? So we're going and rounding the back, really stretching out the spine. So we're going to do that together today. So kind of like we did last week, you're sitting with your legs crossed facing your partner. Knees are touching. And then put your arms out. You're going to take a hold of one another's arms above the elbow. So up on your tricep area. So once you've done that, sit nice and tall, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, you're going to take your chin onto your chest and really round your back. So imagine you're leaning back so you can pull on one another. Try and keep it even. So if one person's pulling more than the other, it might not work. So drawing your belly button in towards your back and rounding across the back of the shoulders. So you can pull a wee bit harder, Gregor. There you go. So it's a nice stretch for across the back of your shoulders. Just take a couple of breaths here. You okay, Gregor?
Yeah.
So just notice where you're feeling this. Where do you feel it, Gregor?
Probably the middle of my back.
The middle of your back, that's good. So you want a nice curve in your back. One more breath there. And then sit tall again, lift your head, and you can release your arms. Okay. So for the second pose we're going to do legs up the wall pose, but we're going to do it together. So I'll give you two options. First option is that you actually do it against the wall. So I'm just going to demonstrate this, Gregor. You can stay there. So you would do this side by side, and you sit nice and close to the wall with my hip is touching the wall, and then lie down on your side, rolling onto your back, legs come up the wall. So you could be here, take the arms close to the body with the palms turned up, and you maybe have your partner will be beside you. You can be nice and close so you have a bit of contact if that feels nice. Hips quite close to the wall, they don't have to touch. And this is a really nice place to chill out. It's nice to do in the evening if you're even just before bed. So this is legs up the wall. So you can do it side by side on a wall, or we're going to try it with our legs together on our mat. So Gregor, if you could lie on your back for me. You want to come a bit further so your head's on the mat, good. And then you're going to bring your knees in and give your knees a wee squeeze. Excellent. And then I want you to take your legs straight up in the air, just like I was doing against the wall. So arms on the floor by your sides, turn the palms up. Good. Now Gregor's got pretty tight hamstrings, so he can't straighten his legs, but that's okay. So same thing I did against the wall, I'm going to do with Gregor. So sitting nice and close, have a lie down. Try and have your hips nearly touching, or touching, it's up to you. Legs up. Now once you're here, arms on the floor, palms up. See if you can draw your toes down towards you, so press your heels up towards the ceiling. Can you straighten at all, Gregor? A little bit more maybe? That's about it, okay, that's cool. And this is where you just kind of chill out for a wee while. So you're just giving one another a little bit of support. And if you've had a bit of a stressful day, if you're feeling a little bit agitated sometimes in the evening, this can be a nice thing to do. So we're just going to take 3 big breaths here. We're going to inhale through the nose and we're going to sigh it out through the mouth. Okay, Gregor, you ready? So big inhale and then sigh. 2 more like that. Last one. Good. Now you're very welcome to pause the video and hang out here for a bit. Or we're going to bend our knees, both of us, and we're going to give our knees a little hug. So hugging the knees in, maybe have a little rock on the back. And I'm going to roll onto my side and sit up, but Gregor's going to stay where he is. So the grown-up might want to come up and find a place to lie down beside your child, if you're doing it with your child. And then we're going to lengthen ourselves out and we're going to take our Shavasana pose. So Gregor, you can lengthen out your legs. And you can do this any way that feels right. So find a nice comfortable position, feel free to get cushions or blankets, get yourself nice and cosy. And you may find that if there's any discomfort in the lower back, lying flat on your back, feel free to bend your knees. Are you feeling quite comfortable, Gregor?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to take your mind all the way through your body. We're going to do a little journey through your body. And as we do that, I want you to just imagine that you're made of ice and everything is starting to melt. So first of all, go down to your toes. Feel your feet, the sole, the top of the foot, the heel on the mat, and all around the ankle area. And imagine those feet are made of ice and the sun's beating down and they're starting to melt, so everything's just becoming a little bit softer. You're going to travel all the way up your legs, past your knees, until you feel your hips on the floor. Feel all the places where the back of your legs are touching the mat or the carpet, and see if you can let yourself melt down. Feeling the back of your body, all the way from your waist up to the back of the shoulders, the shoulder blades, and especially this area around your shoulder. See if you can let it release down into the floor. Feeling the front of the body rising and falling with your breath, and then go up the back of your neck and feel the back of the head on the floor. You might even want to give your head a little rock from side to side. Make sure your mouth is relaxed, your tongue, your cheeks, your eyes, your forehead. And the whole body is relaxed and starting to melt. So feel free to stay here for as long as you want to. And if it's near bedtime and you're feeling sleepy, feel free to take as much time as you want before you head off to bed. But hopefully this practice has helped you to settle down after a busy day and just be in that frame of mind where you're ready to rest. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again. Namaste, everyone.